What's up, guys? This is Paul again from MK Scholars. I hope you are all doing great. I'm greeting everyone who's following us, whether you are following us from Rwanda or any other country around the world. I'm greeting you and welcome again into our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel that we are using to update you about the scholarship opportunities, giving you daily news, daily updates about the scholarship opportunities for those seeking scholarships for bachelor's degree, master's degree, and even PhD. But then also updating you about the job opportunities, fellowships, and even internships. So if you know anyone, if you know a friend who is interested, who is seeking a scholarship, so any or even one of these opportunities, or you might recommend them this YouTube channel so that they could not miss out all these opportunities. So, and then I always say this before I start, like if you have any scholarship opportunity, or it might be the one that you got a link of, it might be the one from US or any other scholarship opportunity that you would like us to talk about, write that in the comment section, and I promise you we talk about it in our next videos. And then before I start, I always tell you this, please remember to subscribe for more scholarship opportunities, because we are posting them every day. Every day we are posting. If it is now scholarship, or maybe in Asia, it might be the one in USA next day. So remember to subscribe for following or for being informed whenever we post any scholarship opportunity. So let's dive in. Today we are going to talk about one of the scholarship opportunity in China, and of course it is governmental scholarship. You can see we are on our website, and I always tell you that whenever you want to find out about the available scholarship opportunities around the world, you always have to visit our website. It is MK Scholars, and to be able to reach to it, of course, you have to search. Just write MK Scholars in Google. You might be using your phone, you might be using your laptop, you might be using your tablet. Just go into Google and then search for MK Scholars. Let me just show you. You can see I just MK Scholars, and then I search for it. You can see it is MK Scholars, the one that appears here. It is MK Scholars, and then you click on it, and then of course that is when you will be able to see all the scholarship opportunities that have been posted here. And then of course, when you want to know all of them who have been posted here, who are available, of course you have to click here, all applications, and then you click here. Let us continue with this one. You click here, all applications. That is when you will be able to see all of them. But then of course, I've been receiving many questions about for students asking me that, Paul, yes, we are able to reach to your website, but then when we get there, we get confused. It is somehow complicated. So I'm now going to solve that for you. That's what I'm gonna do. Once you click here on all applications, of course, the page that we'll be looking at, it is overload of all applications that we've posted here, and of course you can see it's over 50 scholarship opportunities. And then if you want, like if you read, you can see this is the one for China, this is the one in Mauritius, this is the one in USA. There are many of them. So to be able to find out all of it, all information about it, of course, if you get interested, if you get attracted by this one, of course you have to click more. If you do not click more, you are not going to read the whole information about the scholarship opportunity. So for the students who have been asking me how to do that, of course you have to click more. Each scholarship opportunity that we are seeing here, to be able to read a whole of it, to know more information about it, you have to click more. Like for this China, the one we are going to talk about, of course you have to click more, and then once you click more, it will load. You can see now you are able to read all information about it, even eligibility criteria to get scholarship link. That's how you do that. And then the scholarship, it is always at the bottom here. Open scholarship link when you want to just get into it. But then before you apply, of course, you run into applying, of course, you have to read all this information, and that's what we gotta do. So we're starting now talking about the governmental full scholarship opportunity in China, and of course, the students will be selected from all over the world, because all countries around the world are eligible except those from China. Okay, and all the students will be selected. Of course, they are starting their studies in next year, of course, 2025. You can see, but then actually, full scholarships in China, you you might get full scholarships in one of the three categories. There are three categories. Program category. There is program category A, there is program category B, and there is program category C. We get into it, but then let me just talk about it for a little bit. Program category A, these are the Chinese scholarships, full scholarships that are offered by the partnership between China and other country. For example, partnership between China and Rwanda, partnership between China and Burundi, partnership between China and Romania, partnership between China and Italy. So that is the scholarships, that is program category A. These are the full scholarships that are offered by the partnership between China and any other country. And it is now open, as you can see. There is also another one, program category B. Program category B, these are the full scholarships that are provided by the universities, the Chinese universities themselves. There is no any other partnering institution there. It's only Chinese universities. And then the students who want to get these scholarships, of course, they have to apply directly to the universities. And then there is program category C. These are the scholarships that are offered by the partnership between the Chinese universities and the international institutions. For example, MasterCard, Koiko, and even others. So you can see they are now different. But then today we just talk about for a little bit both of them. But then we focus on the one that is called program category A. The scholarships that is offered by the partnership between China and the other countries around the world. Okay? But then, of course, it is being offered by the government of China to these countries. You can see the Chinese government scholarship for 2025-2026 academic year is now open for applicants. This prestigious program, established to foster international cooperation and academic exchange, offers outstanding opportunities for students at bachelor's, master's, and even PhD levels. Of course, the scholarships are now open. Scholarship application now open for those who are seeking bachelor's, master's, and even PhD. So you can now apply from wherever you are, whenever the country that you're coming from, you can now apply for these scholarship opportunities. And then, of course, I hope you all come and read this for yourselves. But then you can see there are other opportunities on our website. And I always tell you that whenever you want to find out about the scholarship opportunities, you have to visit this website, MK Scholars, for more scholarship opportunities around the world. So for the scholarship benefits, of course, you not have to pay anything. Of course, all your studies will be covered. The full tuition fees will be covered. About the accommodation, of course, this is where you will be staying at, and of course, you'll be granted with accommodation. I'm talking about the houses that you'll be staying at, or even the money that you'll be using for renting. So you not have to spend your money for renting. You'll be given everything. And then also the third one, it is a monthly stipend. Monthly stipend, that means that that is a monthly allowance, the money that you are getting that is helping you in your daily lives. And then for the undergraduates, you can see 2,500 CNY per month. This is over $480. You can see how much it is, and then that is the money. That is how much money they selected students for undergraduates who will be studying. Who be studying for bachelor's degree. Of course, they will be getting that much of money, and then for the masters, of course, they will be getting over $500, and then for those who will be studying for PhD, of course, they will be getting over $600 per month. You see, so for free, you can see you will also be paid for medical insurance. It will also be provided, and even about the travel allowance. But then, according to the scholarship opportunity that we are talking about, program category A is the one we are focusing on. Program category A, of course, the travel allowances is provided according to the country you are coming from. I'm talking about the nominating agents from your home country. For example, in Rwanda, the nominating agents in Rwanda, it is HEC. And of course, the travel allowance from people will be coming from Rwanda will be covered according to what HEC is providing. Okay? So Then this will depends on the country you're coming from. Of course, if you are coming from Italy, if you are coming from maybe Tanzania, if you are coming from Uganda, if you are coming from Nigeria, of course, this has to depends to the country you are coming from. Okay, talking about the available programs, of course, available program. Generally, all programs are available. Fields of study for undergraduate programs, for master's programs, for doctoral programs, and of course, it will depend on the scholarship program category you'll be applying for. Okay, I assume you will come and read this for yourself. I'm just here just to show you, just to guide you about the scholarship, and that is what we are going about the scholarship application process, and that is we are going to dive in just in a few minutes. About the eligibility criteria, of course, I assume you all come and read it for yourself. Of course, about the citizenship, you must be a citizen of country other than People's Republic of China. And then you must also be in a good health and mental health, of course. Talking about the educational background, you can come and read this for yourself. And even talking about the language proficiency, you can see for Chinese taught undergraduate or general scholar programs, you must have this if you want to study in China, in Chinese language. But then you can always select the language that you want to study in, like if it is English or China. Okay. And then for them, of course, you have also to check the university admission requirements, because you'll be selecting universities, and then each applicant is allowed to select 3 universities, and to be able, and I suggest that you have to check the university admission requirements before you apply for it. Okay, and then to do that, of course, you have to use this link, Open Scholarship link. Okay, I will just show you that just in a few minutes. You can see the application procedures. These are the general ones. And of course, the first one, an applicant shall learn about designated Chinese universities and majors they offer by opening scholarship link given at the bottom, as I talked about. That is the first thing that we have to do. And then the second thing, an applicant shall reach designated university for admission documents. Of course, you have to reach out to that university, because while applying for the second step, of course, you are going to need a pre-admission document. Okay. But then, of course, about the application documents, there is one that I want to emphasize on. Pardon me. About the required documents, there is one that I have to emphasize about. I'm talking about the application form for the Chinese government scholarship. Okay. And that is the one that we are going to guide you how to fill it out. Okay, that is the one we are going. But then to do this, of course, you must have already reached out to the university that you will be selecting while filling out this form. Okay, I think that is clear. The first thing that we have to do is to reach out to the university that you want to, and then to do that, let me just show you. To be able to reach to the universities, you have to click Open Scholarship link. And then you have to click here, universities and programs. Okay, you can see universities and programs, and you can see how many of them. There are many of them who are participating. The participating universities in this scholarship opportunity, you can see there are many of them. You can see there is this one, but then I don't want to click on them. You just come and do it for yourselves. You can still use this. It's not working, but then it actually works. There are many of them who are here. Okay, you can see China University, but there are so many of them you can see when you click this, and then let me just refresh it for it to work. Okay, you can see many of them. There are many of them who are participating, and then of course that is the first thing that you have to do. You have to ask yourself, am I choosing this university? And then choosing it, of course, it will depend on the admission requirements, and then also talking about the language proficiency. Okay, requirement. So that is what you have to do. And the second thing, of course, once you are done reaching out to the university and even asking for pre-admission and even for invitation letter, of course, you have the second step is to fill out this application form for Chinese government scholarship. Okay. And then while filling out this form, that is we are going to guide you about. But then you can see the whole documents that we've been needing. Okay, there will be And of course, for those who will be applying for bachelor's degree, of course, you have to submit the high school diploma or results or senior 6 results slip, and they must be notarized. And even talking about the transcript, they all have to be notarized. Okay. The another point that I want to emphasize on, it is this application letter addressed to the Director General of Nominating Authority from your home country. This will depend on the country you are coming from. As we all know, we are applying for the program category A, and that is partnership between China and your home country. And of course, this is the letter that will be written, addressed to the Director General of your nominating authority from your applicant's home country. For Rwandan, it is HEC, of course. For Rwandan students, they have to write the application letter addressing the Director General of HEC. And as I talked about it, application letter must include the skills that you have, the experience, and it has to be aligned with the program you're applying for. If you have a skill, if you're applying for mechanical engineering, for example, you must mention that in your application letter and saying that you have these skills, this experience, this background that is aligned to the one you're applying for. Okay, you can see many of them. You can come and read them for yourselves. But then I'm talking about this. Pre-admission documents. All applicants must provide a pre-admission documents issued by the universities applying. And as I told you, the first thing that we have to do is to reach out to the university and asking for this letter. Okay, pre-admission documents include pre-admission notices issued by international students admission, and of course the Chinese universities will give you this. Okay, once you reach out to them applying. Okay, or invitation letters from the scholars or professors. Okay, another thing that I want to emphasize about is a study plan or research proposal in Chinese, a minimum of 200 words for undergraduates, and then 500 words for NANI students, or 800 for postgraduate, for masters and those seeking PhD. You can see a study plan. We all know what it must also be made of. Of course, you have to mention your skills, and of course, you have to mention your aspirations. I'm talking about your future goals. How is your future goals aligned with the program you are applying for? You see what I'm talking about? That's what I mean. And the other thing that I want to emphasize about is number 10, applicants must submit a medical physical examination available here. A medical physical examination. This will depend on the nominating authority from your home country. For Rwandans, of course, they have to click here. But then even for all of you, and then the physical, you can see, you have to move down, and then this is the one, foreigner physical examination form. This is the one you have to fill out and then submit it. Of course, it has to be separated from this the above forms. This is the one we want. Okay, this is the one that you have to fill out. If your name here, your sex, if you are male or female, you have to fill it out, and then with your pen you can print it, and then you fill it out with your pen, and then you come and you also have to submit it while filling out this application form for Chinese government scholarship. Okay, and then I think that is all. That is all for what I wanted to emphasize on about the required documents. About the application procedures is what we are going to show you. Let me just get to it. We are going just to get to it. And then for these instructions, of course, these are the ones that is going to guide us on how to create an account on this platform, and then how to apply all these categories. You can apply for category, program category A, program category B, program category C. But now I'm just going to show you how to apply for program category A. These are the steps you have to follow, but then I'm just going to show you. That is why I'm right here. So to be able to, once you have already reached out to the university and even asking them for the pre-admission, of course, what we are going to do, you have to apply, you have to fill out this application form for Chinese government scholarship. Okay, and then to do that, you have to click here, open scholarship link. As we did it, you can still see if you want to reach out to the universities, you have to click here and select one that you want. And then to start your application, of course, you have to click scholarship application. Okay, for students. Did you see what I clicked? You have to click here. And you can see I have already created my own account so that I will get more time to show you how to do that. But for those who have not, for the new users who have not yet created the account, of course it will pop up in Chinese language, and then to change that into English, of course you have to click here. You see I have already changed it in English, but then for the new users it will pop up as Chinese, and then you have to click here to change it into English. Okay, and then for creating account you have to create an account, and then username, of course you have to use your name. I just filled in with Paul, and then you have to click here. You have to fill in with the email. I just used the Paul Scholar 250. That is also our email, and you can see the password. You have to create the password, and the thing that I have to show you is there's the characters. You have to fill in here. Like I'm just say Paul. You have to. I know you have to create your password. You can do that for yourselves. But then the one thing that I want to emphasize about is there's the characters. You have to fill in them here the way they appear here. If you get it wrong, of course, if you don't see them clearly, you have to click here. Okay, you see they are changing. If you don't see them clearly, you have to click here, and then of course you get to fill them out once you see them clearly. Okay, and then you click submit. But I have already done that. I will just have to sign in. Okay, have to sign in. You can see I have to but then I have to use this validation code, the characters, but then I cannot see them clearly. I will just click here, and I can now see them clearly. F ALA 7, and then I click sign in. I wait for it to load, and then you can see I'm already in. You can see the instructions. You have to read all these instructions before you start your application. But then what I want to emphasize on, there's step 2. This is what matters. Okay, matters most. I told you select the correct program category. I told you while applying in China, full scholarships are offered in 3 categories. There is program category A, type A. Generally refers to the scholarship programs responsible for authorities except Chinese universities. And applicants of type A programs are requested to fill in the agency number of relevant agencies. What does it mean? It means that the selection will be conducted by the nominating authority from your home country. For example, for Rwandan students, the selection will be conducted by HEC. Okay? And then, of course, talking about the agency number is provided by the nominating authority from your home country. Okay? For example, you can see Chinese embassy in your country. That is the nominating authority from your home country, and that is the one that will conduct the selection. Okay, and then that is what I talked about. For the program category type B, of course, generally refers to the scholarship programs responsible by Chinese universities under CGS Chinese University Program. And I told you, for this one, you have to apply directly to the universities. And of course, the selection will be conducted by the Chinese universities themselves. And then applicants of type B programs are requested to fill in agency number of the relevant universities. For the first one, we saw that agency number is provided by the nominating authorities from your home country. But then for the second one, of course, the agency number is provided by the universities. Okay. For the third one, of course, the generally refers to certain appraisal scholarship programs. Applicants of type C programs will be informed by CSC of the agency number in special notices. Agency number, of course, it will be given to you while applying. You can see that. So that is what I wanted to emphasize. But then you have to come and read all of it. We are now going to start our application, and then to start that you have to click application link. Okay, you click application link, and to do our application link, you wait for it to load. It's now raining. You can hear that, but then it's okay. Let us continue. And of course, you can see this, but then for you, you can now see that it is in a blue color. It is now active because I have already filled out the first forms. But of course, the first thing that you have to do, you have to click here, edit personal details. Okay. I did the personal details, but then you can see I have already done that. I was just doing that just to show you, so that I'll be able to show you. You can see my name. I just filled it out with random number. You can see given name, your surname. You have to fill them there. If you have a Chinese name, we put it there. But then I assume you don't all have that, because you're not from China. Date of birth, you are male, single. Country of birth, it is Rwanda. If it is Russia, you can put that there. Let me just put Rwanda here as an example. City of birth, I put there. Religion, I just put there Catholic. You can come and put them. Nationality, I can say Romania or Rwanda. Let me just use an example as Rwanda. Native language, of course, you will come and choose your, you can see the language, but then if it is not included here, you have to click other. Okay, you have to click other, and then you continue. Passport, if you have a passport, you have to complete them with the numbers here, but then if you don't have them, it's okay. You can complete with, you can use your ID numbers, national identity, and then you have to put here the date of expiration for the passport. They usually all have them, but then for the IDs, for those who don't have them, you just put here the interval of 10 years. I can just put here 2030. You can even put there 2036, 2040, any number that you want. Your telephone number, you can see I have completed it with my numbers. This is our number, MK Scholars. When you want to reach out to us, call us, you can use this number. You can see our email. You put here your email, personal contact information, and the alternate email. Usually I just use the MK Scholars. These are all our number, our email address, but then I just use the random addresses here. You have to use your own. And then if you have a WeChat ID address, or if you have a Skype nom address, you can feed them there. Of course, this will be used by the universities while interviewing you. Of course, you can see, according to admission requirements of Chinese government scholarship, Chinese universities will conduct varied forms of qualification review, may include audio or video interviews. Okay, depending to the university that you will be choosing. Of course, there are some universities that always requires interviews. So if you have provided your addresses, of course they are going to contact you. But then email, I think, is enough. But then if you have this address, you can also put complete them in there. But then about the address, you can see I just use this, but then it's not necessary. It's not necessary to put that there. You can just complete it with your own addresses. Of course, please provide the mailing address which can be used to receive your admission documents once the scholarship is granted. Okay, you can see it's the one that will be providing, so that they will be they can reach out to you. Of course, you have to provide the right one so that you will be receiving the information. You can address, I just use the pop box, but for those who have them. But then if you don't have them, it's okay. You can put there your mailing address, your email. Even if you have already provided it here, you can even put it there, and even your address, your physical address, but that's okay. Emergency contact name, you can put the person that you would like, the universities that you would like the organizations to contact if you are not available. Of course, even their numbers, even their email. Of course, this is emergency contact information. This is not your information. This is the information for the person they can call when you are not available. Okay, once you're done with this, you click verify and save. Verify and save. Okay, you click verify and save. You can see it's now saved. Then when it marked like this, it's okay. And then you go to the second step, and then this is where you have to education level. You can see education level, your education level. Let me just say CI6 high school, but I can even use bachelor's degree. Okay, but then you have to fill in them with your information. And then in field of study, I use the PCM. I can even say like bachelor's degree. Let me just say like Azelo. I'm just completing this using the information for the masters. Okay, Azelo like in architecture, just an example. Okay, but then for those who are applying for bachelor's degree, you have to put here your education level. It is of course senior high school. But then I'm just now using for master's degree. But then it's okay. Country of institute, of course, where the university is located. I can say Russia, of course, where you studied. You can say Rwanda, you can see the institute name, I can use this, even name, okay? Just random numbers, that is what you have to put in. And then the qualification, I can even say like bachelor's degree, and then of course the years started and the years that you ended it with, and education level, you can see if you have other than of this, you have to fill them out. But then of course I only have one, I just used one box, and you click verify and save. Okay, if you have work, you can even put it there. Okay, but then I'm just giving you an example. And for the if you have a wife, if you have a husband, of course you have to put their name there, but then it's not that necessary that you can even put them there. So once you're done, you click verify and save. Okay, you see it's now marked as, and then you click finish. And then once you are done clicking finish, that is when you will be that is when these buttons will be active. Normally for students who have not yet completed this, these buttons are inactive. So once you are done filling them out, as I have showed you, of course this will be active. And then for this, that is when you will be choosing the program category type you are applying for. There you can see there is a change my application to type B, change my application. But then you can say I have already chosen application type A. Of course you can see it's in within here my application, but then I can change it to up to type B if I want to type C. But then what we are talking about, as I told you, the one that we are applying for is the one program category A, the scholarships that is provided, that is offered by the partnership between China and the home country. Of course, this is my application. Okay, you can see. And then of course you can see the agent's number. As I told you, the agent's number is different. It's different according to the one according to the scholarship program category type you are applying for. Okay, as I told you, for the one that we are applying for, it is category type A, and the agent's number is provided by the nominating authority from your home country. So for Rwandans, I will just come back here and then show you. You can see from nominating authority from Rwanda, it is HEC. And you see in these instructions, you can see input the correct agent's number, and your agent's number is 6461. Program category and agent's number are directly matched. Both are mandatory for online application. After inputting the agent's number, the matched agent's name will automatically show on the page. You see, this is the one that we are using for the agent's number. Okay, but for the category type A, and it's the one we are using. And of course, once put it there, once you can see it's now in Rwanda, people from Rwanda, that's the one that I are using. But then for others, from if you are coming from Italy, if you are coming from Europe, if you are coming from USA, if you are coming from Mauritius, if you are coming any other country, of course your agent's number is provided by the nominating authority from your home country. That is what you have to check. Okay, and then you have to fill these forms. You can say I have already filled them. I can say Chinese proficiency skills, I have none. Weather holding, no, I don't have one. This is the examination for Chinese language, but then I have not yet set for it. And then for the English proficiency, of course, I have excellent skills. That is what I'm saying. Weather holding certificate of English proficiency, if you have one, you click here. You say yes, and then you say the name. If you have a TOEFL, if you have ALTs, but then for those who don't have one, you can say just no. Okay. And then applying as master's degree, but I can even apply as a bachelor's degree. Okay, just choosing the category that you're applying for. And then let me just, as I told you today, let me just use master's, because I have used bachelor's many times. So as bachelor's, you can see you can select the preferred teaching language that one to study in. It might be, let me just say English, but then for those who will be choosing Chinese, of course you have to show this certificate. If not, of course you have to spend 1 year studying Chinese language. For undergraduates, this actually works for undergraduate students when they are going to study a bachelor's degree in China. Of course, they are spending 1 year, the first year, studying China, and that is okay. And of course, it is an advantage. Normally, it is an advantage for the students who are saying that I'll be studying in Chinese language. that is when they will be getting advantage of getting admitted, rather than for those who just use it, who just said they are going to study in English. But there is applied for undergraduates. For masters and PhD, of course, I all recommend you to choose just English, because you are now old enough to just study, to spend a year studying China. But then for undergraduates, it is normal. It is normal that you can go there and then spend the 1 year studying China, getting to know people, new culture. And then once you're done with that, and then you get on with your studies, okay? And then you get on with your studies. But for masters, I would recommend you just to choose English. But then for bachelors, for undergraduates, you can even choose Chinese language, and that is when you're getting advantage for getting admitted, for getting the scholarship, because the embassy of China are saying that you have a college of studying their language, okay? So continuing to the preferences, you can see for the masters, you choose here the university. You choose this one, just choosing the one that I want, okay? I'll wait for it, okay? You can see the university too, okay? You see education, just choosing the random one, but then of course you have to choose accordingly the one that you want. Okay, you see, click here and then you come back, it is already in. And then duration of major, of course, that is when you'll be starting, and they even put that there based on the length of schooling provided by the university and you have chosen start date. The system has given the end date. You see the end date here, they give you the end date, and that's okay. But if you want to change that, you have to reach out to the university, okay? And then you click verify and save, and then you can see it's all now completed, and that is when you are going to submit all the documents. ID photo, you can come and upload it, okay? You browse it and then you put it there, but then that's okay. I'm not going to fill that out for yourself, so you can put that there. Certificates of highest education, you put that there. This will depends on the category you're applying for, okay? Transcript of education, study plan, reference one. There is the recommendation letters from your teachers, from your previous home employer, passport homepage, physical examination record. This is when you of course you have to complete this, as I told you, or once you have already completed the physical examination, as I showed it that to you, okay? Papers, and then that is when you'll be non-criminal record, the pre-admission letter, the one that will be receiving from the university, English proficiency certificate. For the students who have chosen to study in English and they have studied in the English system in their previous studies, of course they don't have to submit English language proficiency certificate. They can just submit to whom it may concern. That certificate that I talked about, the certificate that you get from your previous high school, from your previous school. Of course, you're not going to sit for English language proficiency while you have already studied in English in your previous studies. You just have to reach out to the previous school that you have studied at, and then you ask them for the certificate, English language proficiency certificate, that shows that you have taken your previous studies in English, and that is enough for you, okay? And then you upload all those documents and then you submit, okay? And then once you submit, you will be able to download this form. And then once you have already downloaded this form, you can see here they say that, you can see that there, the application form can only be downloaded after the submission of all applications. If the account contains an submitted application, the applicant will not be able to download. And then once you have already completed all the information and then submitted, of course, you'll be able to download it. And then once you download it, of course, as I told you, this is the second step. The third step, that is when you will be applying to your nominating authority from your home country. Okay, the first one was reaching out to the university and asking for the pre-admission. Of course, that is applying. The second one was filling out this form, Chinese Governmental Scholarship form. And then once you are done filling it out, and then you submit. You download it, and then the third step is applying to the nominating authority from your home country. For Rwandans, and of course, you have to submit them to the Hague. Okay, that is what you gotta do for the last step. That is downloading this form, and then you submit it with your physical examination record again to the nominating authority from your home country. And as I said, for Rwandans, nominating country, I just used Rwanda as an example. That is HEC. That is the third step is okay. And then for the Rwandans, I have uploaded another YouTube video about it. You can go to our YouTube channel MK Scholars and find out about it. Okay. So that was all for today, and tomorrow we are coming back to talk about the scholarships from Netherlands, from Italy, and from others. And stay in touch, and remember to subscribe for more scholarship opportunities, as we always tell you. Stay in touch and stay safe. This was MK Scholars this was Paul from MK Scholars. Thank you.